Hi, everyone. It's Linda G, Comanche Psycho. The Comanche Psychic. I'm here on Saturday afternoon. It's a beautiful day outside. And it's cold though. And I got my I'm Not Dead Yet t-shirt that I love. And we took Jack down to the vet and he got his Jackson Pratt, his suction thing taken out. He did real good. And then next week, he should get the stitches out. But he's definitely not um, favoring that back leg. He'll still do it occasionally, but mostly he's walking pretty straight. Happy, happy. They told me not to let him do too much generous, but when I do the ball, he likes to drop it in front of me, wants me to throw it. I barely throw it. But he's just and very hungry, but I have to be careful because he really needs to lose weight. So he's lost 9 or 6 pounds. I have to double check with the vet because we weighed him, but I can't remember what he weighed when he came in. Of course, that tumor probably weighed 5 pounds right there. So he's doing very good. Thank you guys for all your concern and love. But my babes is back on track. They live for breakfast and dinner. So do I. So anyway, thank you guys for your questions. I got like almost 400 questions. I'll go through what I can today. I'll be on with Mel on Monday. I'll probably use some of those to go on. Okay, so M. Topels asked a really good question. What was the motivation for those 10 Democrats to vote against Green, to sanction him? And it's that thing that Democrats do that you just want to scream. They're not in for a fight. They think it's unruly what he did, just like they thought Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert. But Biden didn't do anything, and neither did the Democrats. But when one of their own does it, then they think it should be addressed because they want people to know this isn't right. So whatever. It wasn't Democrat against Republican. It was duty. It was maintaining the status quo. I'll tell you what, and I don't know how you guys feel, but a lot of them did walk out. A lot of people did walk out. But the minute they sent them out, all of them should have been packing their bags and heading out. All of them. I don't know why any of them stayed, because there's nothing he's saying that's truthful. The guy flies while breathing. I would have stood up and said, "Get behind me, Satan." He's not a right person, I'm telling you. There's more ugly coming up. So we'll take a look, see. Janelle asks, how do I see Trump removed? You know what I keep seeing? Well, I think he's going to get sick, or there's something going on with an illness. And then I see people coming in to get him, like it could be military or sheriff or not sheriff. What do you call them? They work for the White House. I see them coming in and removing him, but he doesn't feel well to me at all. Like he's barely making it. What is happening now with these tariffs is it's going to cause so much heartache come this next week within our stock markets, within our consumer index, and all of this stuff is going to get really bad. Did you see Target already announced they're going to have to up everything? But even before the tariffs kick in, so the stuff sitting on the shelves that have nothing to do with the tariffs, they're going to up the price. Guess who's not shopping at Target? I haven't shopped at Target in a long time. Okay, so see the future for these tariffs. I I see Trump having to reverse things. I see things are going to get so bad he doesn't leave it set. But what happens is he's a little too late because there's more stuff that's going to happen. He won't get the upgrade like he thought he would. So I see him desperately, well, he'll act like they called him and begged, which they didn't. But I see him trying to change things up because it's making him look bad. Tell me the economy. So we're going into a bad week coming up. Everybody pinching their pennies, cutting out things they no longer need. Don't buy refrigerators or appliances or anything. It's going to go way up. Russia's behind a lot of this. Here's Trump in the throne. People are walking away from Trump. These are his people on the ground. He'll try to recover it. He'll try to recover, make some sort of peace agreement. Let me look, you guys. The angel of light and mercy is standing there. Yeah, you see, in the manufacturing end, I see people having to be laid off because there's just too much turmoil. People can't get what they need from other countries to build whatever it is they want to do. And now he had on his speech, he talked to Mike Johnson about getting rid of the, what was it called? The something act, the one that Biden put in so we could be on board with getting the things we need to build our own semiconductors and stuff. What was the act called? So, and Mike Johnson was nodding his head, but that would create, like I saw the manufacturer in Australia. I saw the manufacturer in Arizona. My friends drove by and said, there it is, Linda. It was huge. So what are you saying? You're just gonna just disregard it? No, okay. I'm getting that he's not going to be able to do this, you guys. He may say he wants anything that touched Biden, he wants to get rid of. But the people are going to come together and say no. He may try, but the demons in the details. I see thousands and thousands of people coming forward and saying no more stealing from us. No more stealing. I was here screaming, thief, thief. So many of his, what did I tell you? So many of his people have decided he's not a very good man. And they used to just stand by him, and now they're not. Okay, so thank you guys for all these questions. Jules wants to know, will the states be able to take the federal taxes and pay for their own Medicare, Medicaid, etc.? Will the states be able to separate from because the IRS is turning into a nothing burger. They're getting rid of so many people, it's hardly worth keeping the doors open. And you know those buildings that Elon said they were going to sell, including the Robert F. Kennedy building, and no, they're not doing it. They turned that around. It didn't feel right when I heard it. Are we going to keep our own taxes? I don't know why, but I just saw Gavin Newsom figuring out a way that we can keep money. At least for California, I see yes. Holding on to the money, making it happen. We're going to pinch by, but we're going to make it. We're going to make it. Look at people coming together. I don't know why I got this hit, but I see even like I just got a bunch of soil from my guy that my gardening guy. He just bought me a bunch of soil so I can start growing, vegetables and stuff. And I'm going to start doing that. And what I see is last mass land and a whole, but like all kinds of people working it, like neighborhoods, so they can have vegetables and to be able to take care of themselves. I just saw that, like neighbors working with neighbors and people really cutting down. But I don't feel anger as much as I feel they're just learning to live without. I see a lot of families having a group together, which is always hard. Like moms maybe own their house, but now the kids have to move back in because it's just too expensive. But I see us surviving. I can't tell you other than that. I see that people have to kind of keep an eye on their food and put your money, in a safe place, keep cash on you. But I see people being able to take care of themselves. Places like California are going to be able to do even with their education. He may drop the department or try to drop the Department of Education, but I see Gavin Newsom figuring out a way to keep it. But how he's going to do that is just not pay federal taxes anymore. Because part of the reason we pay federal taxes is for the Department of Education and for our parks, etc. So if you're not going to take care of it, then we might as well keep the money. That's what I'm feeling. So we'll see. Okay. Today, by the way, is little Ace's birthday. Remember my great nephew that was preemie and he had to have his brain reset, that big surgery he had. And I gave him some money in a card and a walkie-talkie and some other toy. And my niece took a video of it. She said, if you'll notice in his hand, because I was telling her, did he notice the cash in the card? And she said, if you'll notice in his hand, he's gripping the money. Hey, now that's a kid after my own heart. And he had his little, hi, Auntie Linda. He had his little walkie-talkie. So, kids are so cute. We got to protect our babies, you guys. We got to protect our babies. Now I have another grandniece, her daughter, Ace's daughter, who's just starting off in this world. And we need, thank God they're in Oregon, huh? Nina wants to know, will Justin Trudeau run for office again at the end of March? And I don't see that at all. Will he run for prime minister again after a few years? He'll leave at the end of March. No. He's done. He's done. Oh God, yes. Sue just said, Dr. Amy Acton is running in Ohio's governor race? Will she win over Vedic? Absolutely, yes. You can take that one to the bank. Absolutely, yes. Who will be out first, Marco or Musk? I'm feeling Musk. I'll look at Musk again, but there's some big thing coming up where he's going to be in a lot of trouble. He's lost a lot of money. Then he had another spaceship, didn't I tell you? Another spaceship or whatever he puts up in the air blew up and his Starlinks are blowing up in the air. Someone wrote me and said, do you think that's ET related? I wouldn't doubt it. I can't tell you for absolutely sure, but I think they know that he's not a good man and the ETs may take care of business. All he wants to do is go to Mars. And I say, give him his wish and let him go to Mars. So let's see, because there was that little tit for tat going on. Marco hates him. Hold on. Okay, I just heard something. So apparently, Marco, behind closed doors, may set up something on Elon to make him look bad, even worse. Apparently, Elon was very, gobble gobble with it, the big turkey chest, acting like he was king for a day and try to tell Marco what to do. It's like, who are you? I've been in this business for this many years. So what's going to happen to Elon? What are you saying? He's looking for money. He's definitely looking for money, but he's got the five of swords picking up from the battlefield. Too much bad news unexpected bad news coming. A light on the truth and a lot of heartbreak. There will be something to do with money. It could be, this is based on money. It's based on, he probably is going to affect the economy with his choices. He could have tamed Trump down, but he doesn't. So I just see, and all these people losing their jobs, it's, and they're all trying to act like that it don't stink in the room. You should have seen Kennedy on CNBC. Well, the president, I think he's doing a good job, but I think we may run into some problems. You think? And dude, look around you. You're not going to be staying there much longer. Elon would like to help these people win in 2026, but I'm seeing him not be able to because he's out. He is out. Let's just do another quick predictions deck. I like the prediction deck. Just a quick card on Elon. We always read on him. You can only read on somebody so long. The cards get tired. But you just quit asking. It's like your kid. Hi, mama, hi, mama, hi, mama. My son, when I was on the phone, mommy, got a little scrapers. Mommy, you want me to call 911? No. I wasn't the kindest mother. Because people are saying, you see that kid threw a fit in the store? Oh my God, or do you have that kids talking back and all that? My boys, my boys never did that with me. I love them dearly. I wasn't terrible, but they knew better than to mess with me. I had a nurse where I worked. She told her child, they did something. They didn't beat her, but they were telling her she was grounded. And she said, if you blah, 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 I'll whoop your ass. And the girl said, I'll call the police. And the mom said, well, you just make sure when they come that you're ahead of me, because I will make sure they give me a reason to go to jail with your dead body. It was like, whoa. I had another nurse where I worked. She had this daughter that was a genius and got accepted in the top MIT or something. She was a genius and paid for. They wanted her so bad. And then they contacted her from UC Berkeley, and they lived in Berkeley. Mom, I got an offer also for her, but she said, no, you're going to take, I don't know where the heck she was going on the East Coast. She goes, I put up with you for 18 years and your happy butt can go. She's got this genius daughter. I've been so happy to have my kids near me. Some mamas are different. Okay, so let's look at, I just want to do a real quick on Elon. Unexpected result. What he's doing now is going to create such chaos, and Trump will have to bite it, although he'll blame Elon. He will blame Elon, you guys. Submarine underwater. This is some sneaky stuff going on. He's in Putin's hands too, by the way. Controlled narrative. So these ones aren't really telling us anything special. Same thing, different day. Okay, you guys. I enjoy these cards. And sometimes it's like, woo, but then sometimes it's just flatline. Even with my other tarot. Okay, that's why I like when I get the hits. Okay. I want to know. Thank you. The ETs want me to tell you guys that Ukraine's going to be okay. Ukraine got hit pretty hard by Russia because Russia thinks they're king for a day. And they're out there bombing civilian places, of course, because that's how they roll. Hospitals and stuff like that. They don't roll any kind of military. But Ukraine turned around and hit them really hard too. But they hit like oil, they hit military spots. They don't try to kill their people. So tell me about Ukraine. People are kind of getting tired of it. And Trump said uh Zelensky doesn't have the cards. Moscow has the cards. What is it with those cards? Now, Putin is suffering. Putin is suffering financially. I feel his people are already done with him. He doesn't have the military backing. He doesn't have the people. Tell me about Ukraine. Tell me about Ukraine. I realize we go over a lot of things, the same things, but sometimes you guys just need sort of a tap on the shoulder saying, don't worry. So here's a military action. The America said we can't give you any more intel, but France is giving it to them. So they've got the 10 of Pentacles on the basis of them. So this is some good news. And I feel other groups of people are around them. So that's probably Germany, France, Canada. Here's help coming to them. So your imagination can't even begin to know what's happening here. But here's some agreement. I told you guys before, but I can't help but wonder if Putin will be gone by then. I just feel they've got Putin cornered and they may bomb something that's close to him, or he's like, okay, let's do this. I think they kind of took over Crimea again. They were in there just taking over. God bless you. God bless the people in Ukraine. And the thing is, Ukraine doesn't hit their people. No, Jay Daniel said will Trump have any of his threats to Canada? No. He's even talking about military action. He can talk till the cows come home. It's not going to happen. America would be furious, and they wouldn't want their loved ones to go in to fight fellow brothers and sisters. And then you would be, if Trump dare thought he could go in and change borders and do all this stuff, it would be Armageddon, because it would be the military working against. This might be what's going to happen. People ask me, how do you see him leaving? Well, I see him not being very well, and I think that's going on right now. But I've often felt like a group of soldiers or intel or something saying, sir, come with us. So maybe he's such a traitor, or they find out what a traitor he is, they go in to take him out. So it might not even be until the Congress turns blue and they impeach him and kick him out. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. I could be wishful thinking, but I see this. I see so many people being shocked, like Kennedy and those kind of people, that they're getting kicked out. I even see, what's his name? Lindsey Graham. All of a sudden, you know how he changes with the wind? all of a sudden talking against Trump. Well, I always knew he was no good, that kind of thing. What happens if Trump actually tries to throw? He thinks he's a big man on campus. And I know that Hedgehog thinks he's got his people behind him. But I think Hedgehog knows what time of day is because I see these men and women saying, no, sir, we won't do it. That's what I see. So if he tries to start a battle, he's threatened military action. The strength with Canada. This is all Putin's idea, too. Negotiation back and forth. We're going to negotiate with them and come up with some plan because of the tariffs. It just is too much. They really want someone else to take Trudeau's place, but whoever the new person is, it feels like they're just as angry towards Trump. It's going to be okay, you guys. It's going to be okay. I don't want you to worry. In Canada, our northern brothers and sisters, don't you worry. They're going to suffer too. They're going to suffer with some prices, but it's going to be okay. Okay. Where's Jack Smith since leaving he went up to The Hague. He's working up at The Hague. What is President Biden and Vice President Harris thinking about Trump? They're very sad. It's just like F around and find out. That's what they're thinking. Those people that thought, oh, we're going to vote for him because of this. You thought you had it bad then? Wait for it. Wait for it. Will Elon get fired by Trump? I just see Elon like heading out stage, like something has happened that he has to get out of Dodge. And I feel his money is just depleting. It could even be the Supreme Court or whatever courts are going in or telling them, no, you can't take that money. And he's desperately trying to build up what he has and he can't. And let me tell you, didn't I tell you that his going to the moon and to Mars thing was going to fail terribly? And all these people canceling their Starlink contracts? Oh, yeah, this is a beautiful thing, you guys. Oh, Trump is saying he can easily remove the treaties. Good luck. Good luck with that. He's not going to be able to, you guys. Trump thinks he's more than he is. Everything he's put out, how much is that? He's caused a lot of pain, but almost everything has been put on hold by the courts. Is Casey DeSatan running for Florida's next governor? For reals? I got to look that up, you guys. I'll have to take a look at that. I felt someone winning, but it wasn't her. I think Florida is going to be a surprise because I hear more from Floridians that say it is hell here. It's too expensive to live here. I see. Okay, so somebody's worried about Canada with 25% utility hike. Trust me, before all this really goes down, I see Trump having the exit stage left. So I feel he says, no, never mind. But it's not that he really cares about people and he's not worried about running again, right? But it's more like there's just too much. Just like they're such chicken, you know what? Don't have any more town halls because there's paid like what? Like Trump? Like you pay for people to come to your rallies? There's paid people in there causing too much chaos and it gets filmed. Oh, they're furious. And did you see our guy, Bernie, is going to start having rallies and bringing people together? Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Somebody asked, where's Eric and Don Jr. for this presidency? Does Trump not want them around? I think Trump doesn't want them around. I don't know what kind of business they caused before. I know he's embarrassed about Don Jr. and he knows Don Jr. has a drug habit. Yeah, Joe Biden is down for the count right now. He's staying away and he's letting this guy implode. Ukraine isn't getting slaughtered. I don't know who thinks Ukraine's been hit, but they're not getting slaughtered. I'll tell you who's getting slaughtered. More men have died under Putin than have with Ukraine. And they just blasted Crimea last night. So yeah, they've hit some buildings and maybe 10 people died, which is sad. But let me tell you, they're getting more on their end. And they're getting French jets coming over, taking care of business. This might actually end up a war almost. I just see them slamming Russia because they don't want to hear it anymore. People are done. Hold on. I think it's, you know what? I don't see Trump as sending anybody in to save Putin. He's almost like, well, let him figure it out. Because I just saw would the United States help Russia? But let me tell you, you'd have some trouble on your hands. If he does do that, you'd have trouble. There would be a lot of the military saying, what? No, we're not going to help Russia. So this could actually come to place because I just saw him maybe giving a fake, well, that's their problem. But even though he knows he can't do that. Don't worry, you guys. The U.S. electoral system is going to be solid. It's going to be solid, partly because we're going to get rid of Elon. Washington feels okay. Lava said, is it more important to save money? Put your money, try to save money and prepare with emergency stuff. But there's no Armageddon bombing or anything like that. It's just the price of rice has gone up. You might have things that you can't get, Everybody's worried about Joe Biden. He's actually okay. His health is okay. Thank you guys for sending healing prayers to Jack. Oh my God. This lady just said, thank you for doing this, Linda, and still sending healing prayers for Jack. I have an elderly dog with cancer and the vet tries to fat shame me too. When will the stock market rebound and the economy recover? Well, the stock market is not going to get as bad as 2008, but it will slowly rebound, slowly. Somebody wants me to look at the New Jersey governor race. Are we staying Democrat? 6 Dems and 4 GOP. Oh, definitely it's going to stay Democrat. Are you kidding? New Jersey? Let me look. Funny, this Gary just below this question said, do you think ETs are destroying? Somebody else asked me that, and I kind of got a hit like they are. They haven't said for sure, but it felt right when they asked me. Like ETs, yeah, you're gone. Because they know this guy is nothing but trouble. Although they're not supposed to interrupt with free will. New Jersey, what does it look like? I don't know the names of who's running, but we'll look closer as the time comes up. Celebration. So whoever they put in is a very powerful person. Yeah, it's definitely a Dem getting in, you guys. Toasting of the cups. Look at this. Does great for the state of New Jersey. A lot of happy cards. I can't tell you if it's a male or female, but it's a lot of happy cards. So don't you worry. Okay. You know, the special elections, I can't help but think it might turn blue. The special elections, because people are so, there's some people that don't care, burn it down, but it feels Florida are two of the seats, right? Let's look at Florida. Maybe one of them is red, but two are blue. Can't believe something still turns red. Because all the special elections they've been having, they turn blue. Special elections. The karmic star, so it's good news. Um, it's good news, the karmic star, you guys. And it's a total change. So if they've been used to Republicans, that makes sense. So somebody just said, a strike is happening in New York with the correction officers. Governor Hochul refuses to negotiate in good faith and it has only offered to stay the HALT Act for like 15 days. No penalty for bad behavior of the inmates. There's a shortage of officers, so the ones that come to work are forced to work triple and quadruple. You know, can I tell you something? There's something about her, and please forgive me if you like her. I don't trust her. There's just something so funny. You guys asked me about this because psychically I was feeling I don't know when her time is up, but I feel her time is about ready to be over. Like she's gonna not be voted back in. I don't know why I got that, but like I had the hiccups. And I want you to know the New York State correction officers will have a wonderful, not with her. Somebody else is coming in. It's going to take real good care of them. So all this heartache they're going through, are they striking or they're attempting to strike? Anyone who doesn't report for work will be fired. I don't like her. I don't like her. I don't like that she's helping these people. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? There's something about her that I don't know. I just don't like her. And she's a Democrat, so. And a lot of these federal workers are going to be able to come back to work. I can't tell you when. It may be 6 months, but they're coming back in. Governor Newsom is ending remote work for state workers. Did this happen because he's trying to please Trump? Well, he's sounding a lot like Trump a little bit lately, but no, I think because everybody's doing it. There's a lot of offices that are now saying you have to come in. I don't know why, but I feel like this is going to be the normal now. What's happening with the BIA? Are they really selling off buildings? Well, they're being shorted of money. They're barely making it. Now, the BIA years ago, I was there in Oklahoma, and there was records on the ground in boxes everywhere. The BIA isn't run effectively. That's my opinion. Okay. And they're very valuable. So I'm not sure about selling off buildings, but I see a whole new BIA coming up within the next couple of years where things will be a little better. They're trying, but they don't have the professional backup. They struggle somewhat. Okay. Can we use our collective psychic ability to drive 47 now? Heck yeah. Drive 47 out with our collective psychic ability. Stand behind me, Satan. That's what you do. You stand, you put the white light all around you and tell him to stand behind you. I'm telling you, this guy is not. And I see him having to change things. Like he comes in like king for a day, and he may be stubborn for a minute. He did try to change out his first time he was in office because he wanted to be president again. Now he could care less. That's why. But his people won't get voted back in if he keeps this up, and they may start begging him. Okay. And Canada, they're saying there's a fall election. We don't want dealings with the orange clown. I see the orange clown trying to throw some money in there, trying to, maybe that's when Elon gets pulled out, because I see them trying to interfere, wanting their opinion. Well, who was it? Putin did that too. Was it Georgia? And they went mad. Pete Hedgehog unintentionally hinted a possible invasion of Mexico. Yeah, whatever. Not going to happen. I mean, so stupid. And then, these young men and women going in there. And you know what? You don't mess with Mexican. And let me tell you, the cartels, they would be working for Mexico. And they will be up in the mountains and the hills. And let me tell you, you don't want to do that. They would lose. They would lose. I just feel like it's almost like the Vietnam, they thought they could go in there and no, these people know how to work in the Congo. You know what I'm saying? They're up in there and they're going to take these suckers out. I just worry about any American in Mexico, but it's not going to happen. Okay, so you guys, thank you so much. People keep asking, where's Biden and Kamala? Kamala, I'm going to tell you that they're just watching this, but you know what? It's weird. When I was reading on this, I had this feeling about Kamala having some sort of an event talking to people. So I don't know. It's because the Republicans won't show up. So she helps or maybe because she's going to run for governor. I saw her having another event. So, okay, you guys. So I'll be on Monday with Mel. And I shall catch you guys later. I know this is kind of same thing, different day, but we just got to tap the pulse. But let me ask, I still feel the Pope will be leaving at the Ides of March. Is there anything else you want me to tell everybody? Is there anything else you want others to know? Love one another as I have loved you. Try your best not to go down this resistance and fear. I know it's easier said than done, but all this shall pass. He's going to go, this energy, this demon energy is going to go in a twinkling of an eye. I feel like one day he's here and the next day it's over. So we'll see. Okay, you guys, love y'all. Cheers.